White, well-known conservative grifter. There's not much to say that hasn't been said before about how much of a pick-me she is, because she is basically a barnacle that will latch onto any culture war issue to try and give it some kind of validity from a conservative trans perspective. But that's really all she does. She doesn't have much of a personality outside of being a catty wannabe mean girl. That she is the worst case scenario of any of the like mean girl trans girls who invest all of their personality points into just being catty because they pass. Again, she is something of a celebrity. A lot of people recognize Blaire White. She has been on Tim Pool's show. She's been on Alex Jones's show. Like, she has been the trans focal point of the conservative movement for a long time, even though, again, she doesn't really have anything original to say. She doesn't really do any kind of analysis. Most of her content, like on YouTube, is just her reacting to shit. Like, that's kind of what she does. People in the queer movement, especially people who are going to be political, who are going to be event organizers, people who have probably dealt with her ass in the past, are going to recognize her. And when they recognize her out here on the street making content with what looks like a microphone and probably a cameraman, they're going to go up and be like, hey, maybe don't interact with her.
Last one I did in Hollywood.
How many genders are there?
The many.
Maybe Texas is going to be a better representation of the community than Hollywood. Let's see. The only thing is, I feel like I'm probably too sober for this, so we need to get shot.
No, her... Did she get more work done? Because her face does not... look... like it... She's right-wing Samantha Lux, yes, and not nearly as pretty or smart or witty. Like, Samantha also does like actual analysis. Yeah, go sub to Sam. I love Samantha's stuff.
Put rainbow tape on the mic, but I feel like it just looks like a dildo. Hi, what's your name?
But again, queer people are the ones who are sexualizing everything. With the boing sound effect. God, this is... I was not prepared. I was not prepared for how cringe this was going to be.
Oh my God, do you want to be the first interview of the day?
I do. Oh my
Let's
God.
do it. Oh my gosh.
I've heard my partner follows you on your social media. She talks about you a lot.
Oh my gosh.
I know you be shaking waves. I know you make waves.
A little bit. How many genders are there?
How many genders are there? Here, there you go, starting off with this question. Now, I'm going to say, biologically, we got male and female. Hormonally, it creates so much variation.
How do you feel about gender affirming care?
That's actually a really interesting... I don't agree with that, but that's a really interesting... Like, I feel like he's got the spirit.
You're a little confused, but he got the spirit.
How do you guys feel about trans women and women's sports? Another highly debated topic.
They're women. They're women. Let them be in women's sports. It's not like...
Based.
Even Leah Thomas.
Huh?
Even Leah Thomas's big ass.
Big ass. God. She is so catty. Like, even Leah Thomas's big ass. Like, like these poor youths are just like, what? I don't know. Why are you being weird, old lady?
I don't know that. I don't know people.
Exactly. Like, these kids are not as terminally online as Blaire. It's the traditional like conservative thing where they obsess over one story or event, so they assume everybody knows it. But then you ask other people about like, hey, did you hear about what happened with George Soros? They're like, who? What? Did you hear about what happened with Leah Thomas? I don't know her.
There's a security guard following us the fuck around, like hard.
Could it be because you have a camera and you're just going around interviewing people?
How do you feel about gender affirming care for minors being banned here in Texas? Hot topic right now. That's what's happening.
Being banned, honestly, I feel like it's banned in Texas, but they honestly need to be focusing on way more stuff before that. That's my opinion. I feel like Leave it to your parents. Honestly, leave it to your parents at this point, and for the Texas government, we got other to worry about.
Benjamin Clodfelter, $10. Thank you so much. I was out there on Saturday with Veterans for Equality. We're just a bunch of veterans help keep LGBTQIA events safe. Thank you so much for reviewing her awful video. Of course, thank you very much for volunteering and doing that stuff. That's so super important to have allies who are willing to do that and show up. Everybody in chat, give a shout out to Benjamin.
I think we should worry about, let's see.
Oh yeah, she doesn't have
housing,
a press ID.
getting housing for people who are homeless, because you drive around Austin, you see empty buildings. It's like people can be living in those buildings.
It's like Iraq.
It's like Iraq. Yeah, it's getting into very crazy.
Iraq realness.
Jesus Christ.
Or like Iran. Can dogs be
Bitch,
gay?
what?
That's a yes. Can they be trans?
Leave
She
that
said
dog
no.
out of it. Leave
What
that
is,
dog
like, the
out of
youngest
it.
age you think someone should be able to medically transition?
I honestly couldn't tell you. I don't think there's a specific age that anybody just comes into their trans identity. I don't have an age for you. I mean, you know, as an AMAB person assigned male at birth, like, what do we go through puberty at, like 13?
I think so.
I'm like, anytime around that age, I feel like whenever these...
That is low-key shady. That is low-key shade to ask Blaire, what do we go through puberty at? I know Blaire hated that. Like, girl.
Hi, how are you? Do you want to be interviewed? Let's do it. How many genders are there?
She's hot. She's hot.
I go with 2.
Love it. How many genders?
See, this is just showing that her whole thing is just like she's just doing this for the trans thing. Like she's just doing this to do like gotcha questions on trans people because that is the hot issue right now. She's not taking any other conservative issue that they have with like pride. She hasn't addressed pride. Maybe she will in the rest of this video, but like up front, it's just about trans stuff, trans healthcare, because she knows that that is the red meat her audience craves, and that is the only thing she is ideologically beholden to. That is it. She has no other thought processes at all.
Are there?
As many as there are. I do not have that number for anybody, but I'm open for every number.
Like infinite?
Probably, yeah.
How do you feel about the Planet Fitness trans controversy? I'll ask both of you guys that one, the Planet Fitness one.
I'm ready to join.
I didn't hear about it.
What?
I'm ready to join.
Well, what happened? What's the tea?
There was like a man in the women's locker room, and then they sided with the man over the woman.
Yeah, well, she's.
How are you gonna, oh God, what a, just like sit there and talk to a trans woman or somebody who's presenting femininely, and then you know the story isn't about a man in the woman's locker room, it's about a trans woman in the woman's locker room who what just happened to not be passing.
Photographed him, and it's against the rules to photograph in the locker room.
Yeah, and that's the other big thing that conservatives always love to completely overlook. It was again, like, the crazy lady who we've talked about on stream. The crazy lady is like a hardcore, like, I want to say she was like a QAnon person. I don't quite remember the details, but like she was a conspiracy theorist. The person who blew up on right-wing media because she took pictures of the trans woman in the Planet Fitness locker room. But like, yeah, I'm sorry, Hunty, you had facial hair too at one point. I'm pretty sure, Blaire, you shaved at one point. Would Blaire be okay with being in a men's locker room? I bet not. I bet not. I bet not.
I think minors should be allowed to like go on puberty blockers because those sort of things are like, that's helpful, you know, it's reversible. Rushing into something.
Are you famous or something?
Am I what?
I like how she just posts like a still, but she doesn't actually say what's like. I wonder, does she? Don't go to Pride if you're not woke. Yeah, no shit. Okay, I know she doesn't have a. I don't know why I would think she would have a link to sources, but she just posts a thing that just says the thing that agrees with her, and That's it. Okay. This is one of those, like, I don't get political motherfuckers. Like, you don't know the detriment, the harm that she's doing your community.
How do you guys feel about gender affirming care for minors being banned here in Texas? 'Cause it's like a big thing here in Texas right now.
I feel like it should just be open for everyone.
How many genders are there?
Honey, there are as many genders as stars in the sky. It's all based upon...
Like infinite.
Yeah, honestly, it's a spectrum, right?
I'm just on the autism spectrum.
Okay, girl, me too, let me tell you.
How do you feel about trans people in sports?
Trans people in sports. I feel like me and my partner were having a conversation about this. Eventually, I just want no male or female sports. Just everyone is going to be running.
It's like everybody's swinging on
That
everybody.
seems like a bad idea
like,
for.
I've seen
whatever.
some women do some crazy. I've seen men get beaten up by some pretty big women. And
so you're on some like equal rights, equal lefts type shit.
I'm on equal right, equal left, and Simone Biles is out here making everybody look bad. Honestly.
Is she a man or a woman?
She's a woman. I'm pretty sure.
I don't know.
Sorry, she's getting her chance to be racist confused. Yeah, it's just another black woman.
So like puberty blockers, hormones, like that's all okay if you're like in the tween age?
As long as it's gone through all the proper channels and I trust my doctors and our scientists.
How many genders are there?
One.
Only one?
No.
Like Jesus?
Jesus. I don't know. There's
25.
as many genders as you want there to be. It doesn't matter. Like,
based.
If you like it, just do it.
I don't want that bird to shit on me.
That doesn't happen.
Oh, it could happen. It happened to my mom.
Oh,
how do you feel?
Why would you
about
keep that in there?
care for
Why would
minors
you keep
being
that
banned
in there?
Texas? That's obviously like a big topic because we're in Texas.
And I'll disagree with you on that. I don't believe in complete bans. Okay, there should be exceptions, just like in the abortion issue, there should be exceptions.
Yeah.
But it should be the exception on the rule. And yeah, they're transitioning kids at the drop of a hat right now. It's pretty ridiculous.
They're not. They're not. There are still incredibly stringent guidelines to go through. Like there is no proof that they are transitioning kids at the drop of a hat. Now, anybody who actually isn't doing their due diligence, any doctors that aren't following the medical procedures and the agreed upon medical practices should probably be investigated. Yeah. But we are not applying those same metrics. They're like, oh, it's being done at the drop of a hat to say, for example, something that is tangibly actually harming people and has a massive rate of regret, like the opioid industry or the opioid crisis, where doctors can be incentivized to just give out pills like fucking candy, which is not what's happening with HRT.
You're Blaire White, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for the interview.
Give you a hug.
Yes.
Why? How do people like? Is there a trans group? But first off, this also goes against her narrative. Like every interview we've seen up until this point, we're almost halfway through the video, completely goes against her narrative that she's trying to set up of like, oh, I got kicked out. Nobody let me ask questions. Nobody let me talk. People are offering her hugs. People recognize her and aren't throwing her on her face, which is better than she deserves. But why? My question is, why would they do that? Like, if you recognize Blaire White, do you not know? Like, do you not know? Do you not know what she does?
And by the way, my name's Maxine.
These feel real. That felt real.
Well, that's just silicone, but it's not my silicone.
Oh, it felt like my mom or something. What is the youngest age you guys think that a kid should be able to transition medically?
She's like trying to riff, but it's just not. The thing about doing content and making videos, and I say this as somebody who's done it, done a lot of content at this point. If a riff doesn't go the way you want, you can just cut it. You are choosing to show that. Like you have power over editing, and she is just not exercising that at all, and it's making her look really dumb. Like she's just and it doesn't help. I know she's cutting their reactions because I know all of these like jokes were just met with like awkward laughter. Just awkward laughter. Follow me or we have beef. Bitch, we got beef. Don't follow me or we have beef.
I was 17, 16, and I was on testosterone. And before the law changed, and when they passed that law, I had to completely stop. And
I feel bad for this person, and Blaire knows exactly what she's doing by interviewing, by targeting kids, by putting them on the spot, is that she is hopefully targeting, in her hopes, hopefully targeting them for her conservative audience to laugh and make fun of these awkward kids, and I hate that shit so much.
so I had to find a whole new doctor in Los Angeles.
Hey, boo.
Oh my god.
What are you doing? Oh my god, you know who I am?
Oh my fucking god.
That's crazy. How are you?
Oh my god. I literally
What
watched
happened?
your channel.
Why? What kind of? It's Pride Month. I'm not gonna say a slur, but what kind is watching Blaire White every single day? Like, why do you people hate yourselves?
Oh my god, was I being so ignorant in it?
Yes. I don't think you're ignorant. Are you being watched right now by like security or something?
I'm surrounded by security guards. I don't know why. Cause I'm not even being mean to anyone. I'm being so nice. Maybe we should ask the security guard.
Like, you are so good. Like, I hated trans people before like I started watching your video. I was just like a gay.
I hated trans people, and she was the bitch who changed your mind? Honey, if you hated trans people before you watched Blaire White, you still hate trans people.
Why do you guys think Trump is more supportive of gay marriage than Biden?
Of the what?
Why do you guys think?
Why? Again, she's asking these leading questions, but even the kids are like, that doesn't sound right. And judging by the fact of who Trump actually surrounds himself with, I don't think that's correct. When it comes to social issues, Trump is whatever he thinks will get the most positive reception from whatever room he's standing in. Like that is the extent of his like conviction. I do not believe he has any belief. I don't think he cares about gay people at all. Like, I think it completely unfazes him. Growing up as a New York socialite, if he sees somebody who's gay, he's like, oh, yeah, it's gay. Like, I don't think he gives a fuck. Like, honestly. But also, he would, in a heartbeat, throw any gay person he knows under a bus if it meant, like, a 3% rise in his stock price.
I think that Trump is more supportive of gay marriage than Biden.
They're all old men. I don't give a what any of them.
He had a gay wedding at his house last month.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Based! Oh, God, these kids are so fucking cool, dude.
It's for like 80 years.
I think that there was this post that said something about how Trump is like an old school bigot, whereas Biden's more of like a new school bigot. So he definitely doesn't care. Not that I like him. Not that I like any of them.
I love him.
Yeah.
Ulterior motives behind it.
These kids, God, these kids. Like, honestly, this gives me so much hope for the future generations. Because even if they don't fully understand everything, like, even if they have a lot of learning and stuff to do, they are coming at it from the absolute right angle. They are not coming at it from, oh, we need to, support the Dems, vote blue no matter who. They're like, no, they're all old guys who don't give a fuck about us, and they don't understand the world that we're going through. I love them for that. And it's not at all what she probably expected coming up here with. Like, she was probably expecting, like, oh, no Trump. Not, fuck them all. Oh, God. Bless the youth.
That sounds about right?
That's true.
Yeah.
I'm also trans, though. I have a right to be
She's
here.
transgender.
No. Everybody has a right to be at Pride, you dork. You don't get a trans membership card. I'm trans. I have a right to be here. She's like a sovereign citizen for trans people. That's so good.
Okay, so are you telling a trans woman she can't have her own opinion?
No!
Okay, then what's your problem with her being conservative?
Wait, hold on.
I have no problem.
It's not that you said there's a problem, but you're filming.
Yeah, like what? You are literally going around filming people. I do not consent to my, that is not my actual name. I am a legal incorporated entity under, the United States is a corporation under international maritime law. This is not an admiralty court or whatever the fuck.
Saying these are conservatives, so it kind of sounds like you have a problem, even if you didn't directly say it. You know
whatever
what
the fuck Sob said.
Because at the end of the day, I'm trans, I can be here. What are you doing? Now you're just stalking.
Are you stalking a trans woman?
Stalker,
sir?
no stalking. You want to be interviewed for a trans YouTube channel? Sure. Oh my god, I love it.
That is not, God, that's such a disingenuous fucking way to, I think this guy like already recognizes her. Such a disingenuous way to sell yourself. She is not being like genuine at all.
Are you filming?
Yes, they're not doing this for your best interest.
Oh.
Yes.
Wait, why though?
She's not gonna be why though. Okay, tell me what's up.
How goofy and weird.
Please don't engage. Please
Why
do not
though?
engage.
It's a public place. We're talking to people.
I know. I'm just advising. I'm not.
Wait, you're advising them?
Yeah, like I've never done anything wrong. I'm just a little bean. Why everybody so mean to me? It's not like I'm spreading verifiably false lies. Not like I've been trashing. Not like I've been like noticeably racist multiple times in this video, and I've shit talked Leah Thomas.
For what?
You know why.
Do you want to be a warrior and just answer a question? Because they're scared for no reason. How do you feel about gender affirming care for minors being banned here in Texas?
The government should have no say-so in what a parent's decision is for healthcare for their child. Like, that's not up for a political debate.
Based.
And see how like we can listen to opinions and like.
See how like we can listen to it. God, she's so disingenuous. She's so disingenuous. The entire point of this video is not to listen to opinions. Like, as she literally advertised it, I got kicked out of Pride just for asking questions. Don't go to Pride if you're not woke. Like, the entire point of this is just more propaganda for her channel. Or she is hoping, just giving more fodder from the LGBTQ community for her community to point and laugh at.
Do you think Trump or Biden is more supportive of gay marriage? Between the two. Because Trump was the first president to enter.
Piece of shit. I hope he rots in prison.
That's an opinion, but he was the first president to enter office supporting gay marriage. Like in history.
Say that again?
He was the first president to enter office.
Again, so he says, and I realize that Blaire is beholden to the party line and whatever people want to like believe, but that man does not, he doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. Nothing can convince me that Trump actually cares about gay people. I don't care.
Supporting gay marriage. No, it's objectively true. It's really not.
Oh, is that what's happening?
It's true.
Are you trans and
Ew, they're like mentally ill.
supporting Trump?
I didn't read that.
If you are, then fuck you. You're gonna be.
Why are they so mad?
Why are they so mad? Read the room, ding dong. Truly, God, I wish I had just the empty brain vessel that Blaire White goes through life with, just so I could have more mysteries to ponder, just so I could marvel at the beauty of the universe with a richer depth, because I don't know shit about how anything works. Because that is the view she must have on the world. If she is asking, why are they mad? Limitless mysteries abound in Blaire White's vacant brain cavity, everybody. Just a place of untold wonders. God damn.
So, what's crazy is, as much as everyone acts like I'm, the villain for asking people's opinion and not even really countering, right? Like, I've heard people all day say they support child abuse, and I'm not.
Now, obviously, I don't know why people are saying I'm the bad guy when I'm just sitting here telling you they said things that they didn't say, or at least if anybody said they supported child abuse, which isn't what she's shown anybody saying. Now she's just being super catty and bitchy and straight up taking things out of context. Now that she's not being confronted by people, you'll notice she's doing this. She didn't have the gall or the nerve to actually say this to people when they say, yeah, no, I support this, or, oh, I think this. She didn't turn around and ask, well, why do you support child abuse? Why is that, Blaire? Is it because your shtick only works when you are a catty mean girl in private, away from everybody, because you can't actually stand up to scrutiny? You can't actually stand up to people arguing back against you? Is that why you didn't respond? Why you let everything go? So you can have this little win in private? Is it because you don't actually have any real convictions or knowledge of your own, and you're just regurgitating everything that your ecosystem constantly feeds you? Who's to say? Who's to say? All I know is, why are they mad? I don't understand why they're mad as I go over here and talk shit about them. Why? It boggles the mind. Why could people have been warning others about talking to me? I have no reflection. I do not know. God damn.
Saying F you. I'm not flipping people off. I'm not flying off the handle. The security won't stop following me. Hi. So why didn't you do anything when the person was screaming F you and having to be hauled off by his friend?
That was not... Okay. Let's go back and actually watch that. We're at 14:38. He was screaming and having to be hauled off by his friend. Now, to most people, somebody screaming and having to be hauled off by their friends would conjure an image of somebody, being feral, getting excessively violent, like a very hold me back, bro image is what she's trying to conjure here. Again, much like Matt, her point is entirely undercut by the stuff she's actually already shown. That she can't really twist it into propaganda, because I can go back just a couple seconds in this video and show that's not really what actually happened.
What's happening?
It's true.
Trans and
ew, they're like mentally ill.
Supporting Trump? I didn't read that.
If you are, then fuck you. You're gonna be.
Why are they so mad?
Dragged away. Screaming. Dragged away. Literally speaking at like room volume outside, by the way. Didn't even really yell. Just said fuck you. And was slowly turned away by his friend. I can't, like, this feels like dunking, this feels like beating up a toddler in a karate class as a black belt. Like, it's almost too easy to dunk on Blaire.
Hi, are you following me too? You don't know?
You're causing problems.
How am I causing problems?
I didn't hear that.
But what problems though?
You're antagonizing people, making them upset.
So do you think the person that's like respectfully asking questions, people's opinions is the problem, or the people?
Or the people, everybody else is the problem.
You.
Have we done this?
Yeah, like nobody has hindered her. Also, she's calling people mentally ill, saying that they're defending abusing children. God, you can't do this, like, you can't pull this shtick of like, am I the drama? I don't think I'm the drama. Am I the villain? I don't think I'm the villain.
We haven't done anything.
I just told you there was a person who had to be held back by a person screaming "F you," and I'm just asking respectful questions.
Freedom of speech.
I absolutely believe in freedom of speech, but you're saying that it absolutely is. But in terms of security for an event, I just question why you would think the bigger problem is someone asking people's opinions and respecting all opinions over the person that's having to be physically held back and screaming "F you" in a public place with kids around.
Do you feel unsafe?
I don't feel unsafe at all.
Why is there any concern?
Enough said. God, what an absolute Chad. Like, asking all the right questions every time, constantly turning it back on her. Like this, the longer this goes on, I'm surprised she didn't cut more of this. This just makes her look stupid. Like this just makes her look way more pedantic and annoying. Like the fact that she is sitting here trying to shove a microphone in this person's face and being like, why all these things? And he is just calmly being like, well, why are you doing it? Like, why do you keep doing it? Like, giving very plain, completely unemotional answers, and she's continually trying to escalate it. Like, you notice that every new question is her trying to take it to another level. And he, like, is defusing every attempt.
You're fake as fuck.
I didn't hear that.
But you felt it.
Felt what?
You're fake.
I felt what?
You're fake.
I'm fake?
You're fake. Because you know in your heart that between two people, one person, hi, what's your opinion on something? Being respectful the whole time. And the other person, F you, oh my God, don't hold me back. That's the problem person, right?
And again, as we already saw, I'm not going to go back and play it again because we've watched it twice now. That is super clearly not at all what happened. I'm willing to bet Ben knows that. She is just now lying about somebody. Like, she is now acted out her description of the events as if somebody was, like, trying to fight her. A guy who was just walking away, didn't even scream, was not wildly gesticulating, just said, fuck you, and his friend turned him around and walked him away. Like, good God. Another thing, editing probably should have cut because it just makes her look dumb that she, like you don't want to insult somebody. It's never a good look to, like, say, fuck you. And then somebody goes, like sincerely goes, what? What'd you say? Because they didn't actually hear what you're saying, and you have to be like, I said, fuck you. And they have to be like, I didn't, like, can you speak up? I didn't catch that. Like, it completely deflates you. Completely deflates.
Okay.
Okay.
Just so you know.
Being called fake by you?
You're fake. Why?
Being called fake by you, and she did not like that. Yeah, I wanna hear that one more time, and we got to get her reaction because I know the camera didn't catch it, but I know she did like a full, like there was a full shade sound effect when that happened. Because it's like fake coming from you, and she was like, why? It's like,
That's why I said you're fake.
Okay.
Just so you know.
Being called fake by you?
You're fake. Why?
Well, I think we both know why.
Why?
You know exactly the kind of person that you want.
You guys never say what you feel. Like, you guys love to say, you know,
oh, it's so good. It's so good. Because she literally, you can hear her. Go back and watch it. You can hear her saying something, and as soon as he said getting called fake by you, she stops mid-sentence and goes, why? And when he doesn't say what she expects him to say, or what she thinks he means, even though she is, like, again, we've talked about this, she is a fake person. She doesn't have any real convictions or beliefs outside of things that are going to make her money and help her grift, right? If she did, she would be a trans person who actively works against other trans and queer people. Like, that's just the truth of it. But she, in her head, when somebody calls her fake, she thinks they are referring not to her beliefs, but to the work she's had done. So when he responds with her being fake because of who she is, her first instinct is to be like, you didn't really mean that. Why don't you ever say what you mean? That probably is what he means. But to me, that shows just how incredibly insecure she is. $10. Thank you very much, Benjamin. Thank you for your service. Thank you for doing this so much. I should be giving money to you for this. I actually said being called fake by you is an honor. She cut off the end. Oh, I'm sorry, but I love that. I do love that. That is so good. Oh. Oh, this is, like, with Matt Walsh, there's not a lot to, like, laugh at when we watch Matt. He's very ignorant, he's very dumb, but it's a lot of just anger and regurgitation. She is, this is like soothing my soul, really. This is soothing my soul.
because you don't have a reason. Because you're fake as as fuck.
Okay, who's actually yelling now, Blaire? Like, as much as she's continued saying that the person was yelling at her and trying to get at her, they were a lot calmer than she is. She's actually yelling now and swearing in public for a kid-friendly event like a Pride Festival. That is a pretty good reason to remove somebody from the premises.
Oh my God, I'm tired. I'm deceased. I've been disrespected. But that's okay because I expected that. Or at least a little bit of that. I didn't expect it to be that.
I know you expect to be disrespected because that's your fan base. Like we are talking about the same person who literally in a panel of conservatives had another conservative woman say that she should stop pretending, she should grow out her beard and just accept that she's a man. Like that is the life that she purposefully chooses, to be disrespected on a regular basis. Regular basis.
You know, sexual orientation, gender identity, etc. What part of that is this the Democrat, woked out, lived out community, or the LGBT community? I'm so confused. Why was I such a problem just asking questions? And y'all know I sat there and listened to many people say things that I wholeheartedly disagree with. Child transition, ew. Sick. Wrong. And yet
she just sat there peacefully and listened, as she wants to put it, and then just went over to a corner and said, actually, they're abusing people. And then she went and just lied about people and how they were acting towards her. And then she just went and yelled and swore out loud. To call her disingenuous would be to assume she had any amount of ever having been genuine in the first place, which I don't think she does.
did I even give my opinion one time in this video? I didn't, right? I didn't give my opinion one time. And yet I was antagonizing people, so much so that I had to be followed by security. The musty,
not one time,
nasty security. They smelled.
God, she is such a, like she's very much trying to be one of the dolls, but like, look at the way she moves and stuff. She is, and again, this is not a judgment against anybody who aspires to that, but she is literally like the pouty porn girl fantasy that other conservatives are constantly talking against. Like, it's just the way she moves and stuff here is just, it feels so, what's the word? It feels e-girl. That's what it feels like. It feels like it's giving like Belle Delphine almost.
I don't know. I just can't relate. Like, no part of me, when they were sitting there saying they were riding with Biden, right? No part of me wanted to rage and say,
another thing that she is just lying about. The only people who really reacted to her talking about Trump and Biden were the kids who said, fuck both of them old people. Like, that's basically it. What? She's just lying. I shouldn't be surprised this far into the video, but it's just lies. What? God damn. Like, I wonder if there was a drag queen or somebody who has been, because there has to be somebody out there who has been waiting for their chance to read Blaire White and just has it ready. Because I'm so, wait, Blaire White is 30? She's only 30? No, I thought she was closer to 40. I'm speechless. That is a fucking rough 30. I feel like I'm going through the like space tunnel at the end of 2001 A Space Odyssey, like I am just I don't even know how to parse what I'm learning. Like that's damn. I thought she was legit, and I do not mean this negatively, just with how long she's been around. I thought she was mid to late 30s. Like 34, 35 at earliest. She's 5 years younger than Natalie. And Natalie looks so much better. That is... No, people don't lie. Like, I know people say it and they hold up like different, conservatives is like, oh God, hate ages you. But like, it does. Like holding that just hate and resentment, it really, God.